All right, we're back here with episode 32 of the GameFi Rundown. We have Jimberino. As always, I always screw this up with the American. And we have Paz here. Paz,
Yay!
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I think we've done one thing before where we had a disc battle and you stole all my discs.
Yes, sir. You were one of the only ones that I beat.
Yeah, I just have such shit luck at that. But I'm glad you're on this show. I think this is the first time you're on the rundown, right?
Yes, sir. Glad to be here. I'm honored.
Awesome. All right, well, we got 5 good topics going on today, so let's get right into it. First topic, Illuvium PvP and the overworld is coming to the Epic Game Store. It's going to be out in about a week and a half from now. But, I mean, it's a pretty big deal. I didn't see it coming. I didn't know it was going to be on the Epic Game Store. I thought it was just going to be like another download that we get sent, which has honestly been a pain in the ass. But, like, this is a pretty big deal, right? There's going to be a lot of eyes on this, especially that first week. We're going to be trending. What do you think, Paz?
Yeah, this is huge. I was actually gone. Like, I thought I'd take one day off the internet and go to some desolate area, no reception. And then I come back and PvP dropped and Team Builder dropped and everything. And so much going on, so much excitement. And it's going to be great. Like, Epic 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Oh, there right. You're a little choppy there.
Sorry. So yeah, I think Epic Games, that's one of the 3-5 big ones that we got there, besides like Riot Games and Blizzard and stuff like this. So we're right up in that alley and super happy that we scored that.
Yeah, I know Jimbo's going to be streaming. Are you going to be streaming on day one?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Can't wait.
Do you do Twitch or YouTube, or where are you going to be streaming?
Mainly on my YouTube, but I think I'm going to start multi-streaming just to capture a wider audience. And I'm going to start streaming on Twitch as well. I really like the chat in there. So, yeah. But it's nice to have everything in one place. So YouTube streaming has been nice too.
Jimbo, are you going to be doing both YouTube and Twitch?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be streaming on both platforms as soon as it releases. I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream, possibly a 2-day stream. We'll see if I can handle it. But yeah, I'm gonna be going hard. I'm super excited to just absolutely grind the crap out of the game, and I'll be streaming daily. I took off that whole week.
Nice. Ready. Are you gonna be on Kick as well?
Probably not Kick. I should be, honestly. I should
have a good cut.
We'll see. I want to try to stream on X. I mean, I haven't done much streaming at all. But I figured that would be a good place. I really don't have much interest in going over to Twitch right now. But if I could do YouTube and X, that'd be pretty cool. But Jimbo, you're actually going to do like a 24-hour?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to whoop ass all day, for sure.
All right. If you need a little sleep break, you can get me in there, and I'll take over your stream for an hour, give you a little nap. I remember that when Scoriox did his 24-hour stream, and a lot of people were...
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I definitely couldn't do a 24-hour stream.
One time I did a 30-hour stream in Counter-Strike when I was like 16 or something. It broke me.
I think we're definitely going to be trending on probably Twitch, right? They show like trending when a lot of people are watching.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get in that algorithm.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be suddenly thousands of people flowing in.
Yeah. And there's probably going to be, I wouldn't say hundreds, but like 20, 30, 40 people from Illuvium probably all streaming all at once.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to be soaking that all in. I want to get good at this game, so I'm definitely going to be talking to both of you about helping me out.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Hang out in Discord, strategize together, and play the game together.
Yeah. The shitty thing for me is that since we have Thanksgiving this next week, I took off work this whole next week, and then I'm going to have to go back to work right when PvP comes out, so it's pretty bad timing. But
you still got a chance for launch. That's going to be the really important time.
Yeah, that one definitely should take off work for.
Yeah.
100%.
Whenever I figure out the actual open beta launch, I'm definitely going to take a week off. I'm going to need to grind some alluvials and just get at it.
Yep.
Might as well quit your job if they don't let you take it off.
Hey, depending on what the crypto markets are doing,
it might be better.
If we get to March and Bitcoin's at 100K already, I probably could quit my job.
Yep. Financial advice: quit your job and play Illuvium Overworld to make money.
Hey, that's my plan. I'm going to be grinding out all these alluvials. I'll sell it to you guys so you can play PvP, and I'll just live off that. That's and Rev Dis.
Yep.
I'll live off Rev Dis too.
Perfect. So we got you for Overworld. We got Jimbo for Illuvium 0, and I'll do the arena. And then we got everything covered.
No chance of playing Illuvium 0.
I
No
got
offense.
Illuvium 0 covered. I got 5 plots of land now, so I'm going to be playing that too. I almost forgot. At the same time, I'm going to have to be grinding out that fuel. But let's move on to the team builder is out now. It's funny. I actually saw your Paz, your video where you had my video playing and you were just commenting. And at one point, you're just like, I don't think we're going to get team builder early. I think we're going to get it at the same time. And I was watching. I was like, oh,
yeah.
he was wrong.
Nope.
I was right. We got it.
Yeah, I started reacting to people, and it keeps biting me in the ass.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so this is what the team builder screen looks like if you're not in it already. I put together a team. I called it Najaf's Dream Team. I made a separate video that's going to be coming out this next week about my whole strategy here. But I want to hear what you guys are doing. Have you put together decks? Are you just working on one? Do you have like all 5 decks ready to go? What's your strategy, Paz?
I got a few lined up, but I'm still like trying to figure it out, because at first I also released a team builder video, and I got to do a new one right away because I learned so much in the process and after it that it's a long learning process, I think, and everybody should start strategizing, theory crafting.
Yeah.
And I think the hardest point is to really figure out where are we gonna end up in which wave. Like, is it gonna usually end around wave 6 or wave 5? We know how many mastery points we will get for that, so you can actually plan out every round. Okay, this round I'm gonna put in this illuvial, and this round I'm gonna do that, and there you can get really down to the nitty gritty and try to find the best balance for every wave, and then to have the perfect team composition at the end as well.
Like, even with my deck here, like, I have the strategy of being really tanky early on, and then late game going with like the Scion build where I can really try to take advantage of the Omega attacks. In theory, it seems pretty good in my eyes. I'm definitely no pro, but like, I can't wait to actually try it out, because just staring at it enough, like, you don't know until you're playing it.
Yeah. Could you go into edit team, and then we can see how many mastery points you got? Because that's where I got my biggest fault, I think, that I put in too much high cost augments and armaments.
Yeah, I tried to stay pretty balanced. So I got, let's see.
So with the Illuvials, you can't really tell. It's 900, but it's different sets of Illuvials, right? But if you...
Yeah, so I got 915. Oh, yeah, this is it, right? 915 mastery points for the Illuvials, 250 for augments, and then I only have 2 weapons and 2 suits in this build. Yeah, I can only stare at it so much before I'm just like, I need to actually play it.
Yeah,
but
that's
to be
the
fair,
thing.
I've only built out 1 team, and by the time PvP comes out, I want to have 5 ready to go that I can tweak. But Jimbo, what's your plan?
I don't want to sound like a buzzkill, but I've not even looked at it. I don't really care about it.
Are you gonna submit to the
Wow.
the competition in the Discord?
No, I saw that there was a competition going on. I'm not even gonna put anything up. It's just
No?
like without patch notes, I feel like there's not really anything I can get out of it. But the one thing I would suggest everyone to do, no matter what, is to like this is what I'll personally do. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but just memorizing the augments, what they do, like in a general sense, like this augment does this or this, not like focusing on the numbers, because I'm assuming a lot of the things are still going to change that are in the team builder. And also without like patch notes, I don't feel like I can really get enough out of it.
But to be fair, if you sit down and just learn them like in school, like one by one, it's you're not gonna stay motivated for that. I feel like you just gotta play around with it to memorize the stuff.
Honestly, yeah, playing around with this build or the team builder is really what, like, I've gained so much just from trying to put together a deck. 'Cause I'm just like, all right, well, I'm looking at one thing, like what happens with Hyper, their Omega, then I'm looking at other ones, and that's helping me learn it and remember it better than if I were to just study it like a book. So if you're not in it, I definitely get in it and start working on it.
Do
'Cause
it.
that's how you're gonna memorize it the most, you know?
It's a bit overwhelming. I was the same. Like the first few days, I was like, I clicked at it once, and then you see 800 like assets looking at you. Use me, and I'm like, whoa, chill out, and I closed it again. But once you do your first one, then you do your second one, and you start to get it.
Yeah, it's funny. I had the same experience. The first day I looked at it and I was just like, oh shit, I'm over my head. There's way too much going on here. But once you start like getting down to it, pick a few alluvials you like, start building around that, it gets a lot easier. For this team builder here, or this challenge, you can submit your team and get a chance to win up to 5 ILV. You're going to submit your team, and then they're going to be judged on creativity and strategy. And then there's going to be a tournament where team members use your team, I believe. And I don't know, but I'd say make a team, submit it. Jimbo, I still think you should do it too.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We're actually trying to craft a team based around Phantom with the guild. So that has been really fun activity, and I'm really stoked about their tournament because it's such a cool format. Because everybody gets to theory craft and stuff, and then we actually see our decks play out before the PvP is released. So then we actually have a little bit of insight and know what's going on. Because like Jimbo said, without patch notes, I don't know. Right now, Enchanter is super OP. They're probably gonna fix it. Am I gonna submit an Enchanter team? Or so without that insight, there's not much to do, but it's just for fun. And once we see that tournament or that event play out, then we can really have a better insight of that.
Yeah, it's probably playing out at a better time for you. It's starting at 3 a.m. in the morning for
you.
For us over here, so I'll probably be watching it in the replay. But I think only 16 teams get picked, so if there's a lot of entries, there's a good chance you might not even get picked, but it's still worth giving it a try.
Yeah, and they score it based on, I think, what was it, strategy and something else. So you actually submit a strategy with it and give a little like guide how to use your team. So I think if somebody writes a well-written strategy for your team, you have good chances to get in the final 16.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I want to see my team get played out. Someone play it probably better than I could do it. So let's move on here. Epoch 9 Council. IMC has already been picked. 5 on the IMC, although Kieran kind of got an automatic spot. So the 4 people who got onto that council are Annie and Blichter, which I think were pretty obvious. And then the next 2 were Scrub and Viper. Overall, I think it's a pretty good council. I think it's pretty well-rounded. There are definitely, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 other people that I think could have done well in that IMC. But when it comes to just being like well-rounded, like I think each person brings a different aspect to the IMC here, and it's looking pretty good. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was actually hoping for exactly that composition, and it happened. So I'm really stoked about it. And there's a lot of good other people who didn't make it in, but I know Viper and Scrubs and also Annie and Blichter, but like you said, they were kind of a given. And I know how they operate, and I really think they're a good choice. Yeah, it's hard to put it like in a nutshell right now, but they are definitely the ones I would put my trust in most, so I'm stoked that they got elected.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. And especially just this past Epoch being on the strategy sub-council, you know, I was working pretty closely with Annie and Scrub, and, you know, they've both done a fantastic job. And I've had Viper on the show before. He's a great guy. He definitely knows his stuff when it comes to the actual game. Probably the guy I would trust most when it comes to actual gameplay in the competitive scene. Jimbo, any thoughts on that?
No, I actually echo what Paz said. I think we got my personal favorite possible outcome here. I mean, obviously I'm biased toward Viper. That's my boy. And Blichter, I think he's absolutely necessary. Annie is necessary as well. And Scrub really impressed me last Epoch with how hard he worked. He was actually the person that I disagreed with the most, but he was very respectful in the way that he disagreed, and he would explain himself, and sometimes I was wrong, sometimes he was wrong, and he was just like a really good person to work with in conflict for me personally. So I really enjoy every single person that got elected here.
Yeah. I actually kind of had a similar, you know, experience with Scrub too. Like we disagreed on a lot of things this past Epoch. You know, there's some people I disagree with and it ends up a battle, but you disagree with him and there's no problems when it comes to him. He's similar to Blichter in the fact where like he's not going to get, you know, crazy upset on you. He's just going to, you know, share his points and hear your points. So now we get the IMC and we're getting ready. Actually, as we're filming this, they just opened up the nominations for the community council. Yep. Jimbo, I know you were just on the community council. You are not running, you said. And at this point, we don't really know who's going to be going in for nominees, but we can kind of expect a lot of the people who went for IMC and didn't make it in is probably going to be going for sub-council or community council. And then there's going to be a few more tacked on. I'm going to be one of those guys who, you know, nominates myself in there for community council, and I didn't make an attempt for IMC. So there's gonna be some pretty good competition here. Anyone out there that you really want to see in this community council? Pass.
Yeah, myself.
Are you going for it? I didn't even ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna nominate myself. I didn't go for IMC because I didn't think I had like a big chance, and the people who I wanted to see in IMC would have had a similar bubble, so it didn't really make sense to compete with them. But I'm really stoked to nominate myself for the community council. I think I can just bring a lot of commitment, and because my life and job work life is really flexible, I can really put a lot of hours into that new role if I get elected. So I'm really excited to do that, but it's gonna be tough. Like
It really is.
all the other all the old community council members and also so many new nominees are gonna come in.
Yeah.
The who is who of Illuvium will be nominating themselves. I feel like,
It's-
except Jimbo. That's the
Yeah.
one missing.
Actually, the whole community council isn't running except for Garf.
Oh yeah,
He's the only one.
that's interesting.
I know that. What does that say about the community council?
You want to share why
it's
you
gonna be a
came to
lot
that
to do.
decision?
I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, I have just other things going on that I would like to do, and
It's a big
yeah,
time
I'll leave it at
commitment, eh?
that. No, the time commitment's fine actually. Like that's not a big deal.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be good. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition. All the people who didn't make IMC are probably going to be going for it. So you got, competition there with Scoriox, JP, Caveman, even, what is it?
Chaganite?
Jaganite. Yeah. Like, I'm sure he got quite a bit of votes for the IMC. So he's going to
Yeah,
be
it
in
I was
there.
surprised.
And then, the two of us, there's going to be some competition. It's going to be fun. I wish there
Yeah,
was
it's gonna be
more
good.
of a campaign phase before last epoch where we could actually have some, discussions on either X or YouTube.
Actually,
I'm just excited for this next couple weeks to find out who gets on.
Me and Artemis are actually going to be doing some of that stuff. So if you're running for community council, nominate yourself as soon as possible, and me and Artie will get you set up with some kind of interview. Okay.
That's awesome. I'll take you up on that for sure.
That's great. Good thing you do that.
Yeah, that's great. I wish I had time to do that for the IMC, but if they're going to do it for community, I'll take it. So this Inferno tournament that Wildfire is hosting, I don't even want to say too much about it because, Jimbo, I know you are hosting it with Scoriox, and you're going to have a lot more information on this than me. So what do we got here? What can we look forward to?
So the Illuvium Inferno tournament, boys. Make sure you sign up. Najaf will pin a link to the sign up. We have about 150, 160 people signed up right now, and there's I think it's 256 person limit. So make sure you sign up if you haven't already. You don't want to miss out. There's going to be $2,000 in prizes sponsored by Scoriox and myself are putting some money in, and then half of the prize pool is going to be sponsored by Arcade. So there's $2,000 in possible prizes. It's gonna be really fun. It's a double elimination setup, so it'll be fun to see who can go through the losers bracket, maybe win the whole thing through losers bracket. It'll be fun to see winners bracket. I'm just excited to finally see who is, all these people are talking crap in Illuvium Arena chat. Let's see, it's go time. This is for all the money. This is for the bragging rights. There's going to be so much trash talk after this, and it's going to be so funny.
Yeah, I'm looking right here. There's 168 signed up, and just looking through,
I see all the big names.
Don't miss out.
A lot of the big names. We got, S Judd in here. We got Viper in here. DJ Sam in here.
Pretty much
Oscar
everybody
Mack.
who is active right now in the Steam, in the Discord.
Yeah, Linky. Like, there's myself. I'm in here. It's gonna be pretty wild. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna take all day, but it's gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be like a 10-hour event. Are you gonna do 2
we'll
days
see.
if it fills up to 256?
No, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I'm pretty confident we can keep it under 8 hours. So hopefully it doesn't even reach that. That's the goal is like 4 to 6. So
yeah, so
we'll see.
Explain the layout a little bit. Like what's gonna happen? Like, so I signed up. What happens next? Do I need to go into the Wildfire Discord?
Yeah, there's a setup in the Wildfire Discord, and you'll match up with somebody in that same Discord channel, and we have moderators who will be able to help people. I think Scoriox is making a video that's going to explain how to do everything, so that'll help explain it, because I actually am not even sure exactly how it's working. I'll figure that out as soon as possible. But yeah, Scoriox will have a video, and there will be multiple people within Wildfire that are going to be helping. And it should, especially after this first tournament, because we are going to be doing it weekly. We'll get it down and everybody will know the drill and everything. But for this first one, it might be a little bumpy, but that's why we have so many helpers that are going to be there. So don't stress out or anything about it. There will be people there to help you and know exactly what to do.
Yeah, so you said this is going to be a weekly tournament. Isn't that a little ambitious there? There's going to be some other groups and guilds trying to throw some tournaments too.
Yeah, so we're not going to not do it weekly, but if there's other guilds that are trying to put on tournaments, we're not going to get in their way. We'll figure something out so that everybody can have tournaments and there's no like crossing over at the same time. Because at the end of the day, too, like multiple tournaments is going to be best for everybody as well. Like there's always going to be something to do. There's always going to be a tournament to play in, and that should also help the longevity of the Illuvium PvP beta in general.
That would be
win-win
great
for everyone. And
if there was literally an option every weekend or even throughout the week to sign up whenever you're free.
Yeah, and I'll be helping people who have like outside of Illuvium Inferno. If people need help, you can feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy. Like I love esports. I love setting up the structure for tournaments. I just love being in this environment. So if people need help, I'm more than happy to help as long as I'm free.
I wonder if we can try to request for a new channel in the Illuvium Discord just specifically for, tournaments.
That might be a bit of an ask because they have so many things going on in the Discord already. I think it's like close to maxed out if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly.
I think they're probably pretty happy that it gets outsourced
Yeah.
to, like guilds and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you can just all spam ping Jimbo over here and ask him what to do. Sure, he'll help you out.
True.
Now that he's going to be relieved of his
unironically.
community. What?
No, seriously. If you have any questions, you can ping me in the Discord and I'll answer it.
About the weekly tournament, it just got confirmed that we're gonna have Illuvium sponsor some prizes if people are committed to a weekly tournament and stuff like this, right?
Ooh, I don't
I
think
hope I'm
do
not.
that.
I hope I'm not leaking. I'm pretty sure it was something
I don't know.
public space I read that.
I don't know if what's been confirmed, but I know Scoriox put out a proposal, something similar to that. So I don't know what's out and confirmed yet, but I know that's definitely
It's in the making. I'm sure it's not out and confirmed.
As far as the proposal goes,
hopefully.
Yeah, there will be like added prize pools, but I've not heard of anything other than that.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, like, for Illuvium to help out and sponsor some of these, because it's just going to bring more people. And especially, there's a tweet that Kieran put out recently and hyping it all up, how there's going to be, like, massive rewards for Illuvium tournaments. It's going to be a big draw. People say, oh, you want to just get people in for the gameplay, but, having good prize tournaments can definitely bring people in, even if they're not sure if they like the game, and then they'll figure out that they like the game and they'll keep playing. I don't really expect to be winning any of these, but I definitely want to give it, my best shot. There's no way I'm going to be a YouTuber for Illuvium and be, like, losing in the first round of these tournaments. So that would be pretty bad.
It goes faster than you think, I think.
What's that?
The first few tournament experience I had in Illuvium, they were stressful, I must say.
I never liked the whole survival mode. I couldn't do it. But when it's PvP, it's
it's something else. And also, if you're really committed, for everybody out there, if you're really committed to learning and improving in the game, I think now is the time where you can really storm the leaderboards and be easily in the top 10 if you put in the hours. Because who do we have? Like pro players in the space? Viper, that's probably it, who are really ex-pro players, and there is not so much competition. In 1 year time, we're gonna have maybe like Fnatic in here and stuff like this, but right now it's open game for all of us.
No, I was thinking that too. Like, if there's any leaderboards that come out and I want to even be in the top 100, like, now's the time to do it, because in a year, 2 years, probably not gonna have a shot.
You say Fnatic's gonna be in here. I mean, look at Sparkball had this huge tournament with a bunch of esports orgs. There's already like esports orgs working in tournaments. I think there was one with Dead Drop that are doing tournaments and stuff. Like, I would actually be surprised if one didn't come along very quickly.
Yeah, pretty sure we're close to the point where people would come asking to us and we don't have to go asking anymore because we're popping off.
Well, that's going to be on us as as YouTubers and creators in the space, like they're probably going to find Illuvium, search it. They're going to come across Scoriox's channel, and then they're going to be like, how am I going to learn to get better at this game? And then they're going to be looking for you two. I'll just be picking up the crumbs. But I can already see just the past couple weeks with the ILV token pumping, like getting more views on my YouTube. Like more eyes are on it now, and we're still just getting started.
Yeah, we're in the earliest stages
Yeah.
possible. Like we're so early.
It's going to be a wild run. It
Mhm.
really is. All right, let's move on to this last topic here. Now, I'm not too sure how into Ethlizards you guys are, if at all, but I had to throw it in here because they've been getting a lot of hype lately. They had their floor go from about 0.35 ETH to overnight it jumped up to almost 1 ETH. I think it was over 0.9 ETH. And my X thread or feed was just full of people talking about the Ethlizards. Jimbo, I know we had mentioned this before, and you had thought like, oh, maybe you got to look into it. Did you miss your chance, or what are you thinking now?
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy any now. I should have bought it after I had my podcast with Annie, but
Right?
it is what it is.
You would have gotten it at like at least
had that-
under 0.4.
You had
Yeah,
that inside information.
True, but there's also this thing with like NFTs and that kind of like degen investing. It's like you have to constantly be on top of information, and I just don't want to do that.
It is. That's why I don't want to spread myself too thin in this, Web3 gaming space. Like, there are some people that just touch on every game. I can't do that. I'm going to have a few different things that I talk about. Illuvium and Ethlizards are going to be, at the top of that list just so I can stay as up to date with the information I need to. Because when you start looking at even 5, 6, 7 games projects, you start to miss out on the information that you really need to be, successful at it. But Ethlizards is most definitely my number 2 behind Illuvium right now. But did you guys hear about the new stuff that they're bringing out? Like not just the Genesis and V2 collection, but about elemental lizards. They're basically going for a whole gaming ecosystem. I mean, you probably know a little bit about this, Jimbo, after talking to Annie.
I don't remember. We've mostly just talked about Battle in the Beyond, which is really cool, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the new, ecosystem that they're going to be bringing out, like Lizcoin too. Yeah, and they actually had an AMA pretty recently, and I got some notes here that I could read off because it's some pretty interesting stuff. For these elemental lizards, they want to make it a lot more accessible than the ETH lizards they already have. So they're going to be going from 5,050 of the V2 ETH lizards, and there's going to be 20,000 of these elemental lizards. And if you own a regular ETH lizard, you're going to get airdrop 2 of them. And these are going to be like your ticket into the gaming space. So again, there's not too much details out there, but I think if you get like a certain elemental lizard, you might get free access or a discount access to a certain game within their ecosystem. Maybe there's one that if you get that one, you get to a Liz pass into Battle in the Beyond or something like that. I'm not too sure how that all works, but it's going to be a pretty cool system. So even if you feel like you missed out or you're priced out of that first collection, there is more coming with Ethlizards, and I would just pay attention because it's going to be a big project. It really is. And with Annie, leading the way as the CEO now, like I'm really bullish on them.
Yeah, I got one Ethlizard too, and
You got
actually
one?
they saved me. When I got into NFTs, like trading and doing all of this stuff, it just went downhill. And then I found Ethlizards, and I was able to, like, I lost a few, but I was able to sell one for a good price when it was really high,
Yeah.
and that really got me out of the red numbers, got me in the plus, and then I
Yeah.
never touched like those NFT trading stuff again. But
Yeah.
Ethlizards, I still
You're
own
not
one.
holding-
Yep. Be
I'm
careful
holding
investing.
one.
Okay,
Got it
good.
staked, and yeah, I think it's pretty similar to Illuvium, where they didn't have anything, and it was still such a supported project. And now things are rolling in, and actually products are coming out and use cases for all of this. So it can only, in my opinion, go up because it's already up with nothing. So the more the better.
And they're so deeply connected with Illuvium that if Illuvium, or not if, when Illuvium blows up, Ethlizards is going to be pulled along with it. And they don't even need to be pulled along. They could be a completely separate project, nothing to do with Illuvium, and they've got a great system going on there and a ton of potential. But the fact that they're so tied in with Illuvium, like most Ethlizards holders are in Illuvium as well. And they're going to be showing off that PFP all the time. I know I still have the Ethlizard in my PFP. Kieran uses the Ethlizard. Like, imagine having, a couple million players in Illuvium, and then they're all just like, what are all these guys with these Ethlizards? Like, I need to get one of those. It's gonna be a wild ride for both Illuvium and Ethlizards. Yeah. Any final thoughts on that? I think we're about to wrap this up now.
Just be careful investing. We're all degenerate content creators. So.
Yes. If you ever want to make money, just do the opposite of what I say, because I always do the wrong thing in NFTs and crypto and everything. So
I mean, I think Ethlizards is a great project and it's going to do great, but just be careful. I think it's going to do great though. It's probably a safe bet, but again, I'm a content creator.
My personal strategy is just 100% Illuvium. I'm not diversifying, and then again, with Ethlizards, you're not really diversifying away from Illuvium, right? So I'm all in one, and that's it.
Hey, if you have the conviction to go all in on one, then they say that's the smartest thing to do, right? There's somebody out there that says that. I've seen it before. Actually, I think it's just what is it? Michael Saylor with Bitcoin. He's just like, why diversify? If you believe in Bitcoin and it's the best thing out there, then just buy Bitcoin. That's how some people are with Illuvium, and I respect that. I mean, when it comes to Web3 gaming, the vast majority of my investment is in Illuvium, but I like to mingle out a little bit. I'm gonna be riding on Illuvium here.
Yeah, diversifying's for poor people.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, well, that wraps up this episode. Episode 32 of the GameFi Rundown is in the books. Paz, thanks for coming on. I know you're going to be making more content because you're more on the PvP side. So I will link your YouTube and your X down below. So if anyone wants to go and follow him, especially once PvP comes out, you're going to be flipping between Jimbo's channel, Paz's channel, Viper, everyone out there who's going to be streaming. I'm going to try to. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to be inviting both of you guys on just to have some battles.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Bring it.
Oh, yeah. Some battles. We'll wager some things, too. I want to win some discs back from you.
Yeah.
We'll have a battle. We'll put a standard disc on it.
We'll do that.
So I don't need to give away a mega.
Yeah.
You don't want it. Sorry. I wouldn't do that to you.
No. All right. Well, we're out. See you later. Thanks for watching. Catch you in 2 weeks on episode 33. I think we might actually have Viper on. We will see.
All right.
Later.
Thank you. Have a good one.